Welcome back, Q2 family. Kiki Joe here. Now tonight we are doing another requested video. This is fudge. It's caramel fudge. Okay. This video will probably be just a little bit shorter because it'll be something quick and easy. Now, the ingredients you'll be needing are chocolate chips, sweet condensed milk, vanilla, sea salt, melted caramel, pecans. My butter here is melted, sea salt, and the vanilla is already in here. All right. Now, I already have everything ready, so we don't have to worry about the steps and waiting. So, what you will do is get the sweet condensed milk, put it in a microwave bowl, and put the chocolate in there and stir it up. Or if you want, you can put it in a saucepan, and you can do the exact same thing. With the microwave, however, you do it every 30 minutes and stir. So, here's this. You melt the chocolate, stir it. Make sure it don't dry or clump up. Now, we'll get the butter, the sea salt, and the vanilla, and we pour it in our chocolate mixture. Be very careful if you use a small bowl. You don't want it to get all over your counter. Okay. Then you'll add your pecans. This is about 1 cup. I got like pecan halves and pecan pieces. Stir that up. All right. Now, you're going to pour your mixture in your little dish. I am using aluminum foil. So that way, it's easier to lift the fudge out once it is done cooling and setting. All right. Spread the chocolate out evenly. All right. Now you'll do the caramel. Caramel on just different spots. And then you'll use a fork or a spoon to kind of swirl it around, give it any effect that you would like to give it, like a weird marbleized effect. You can stir it, you can go back and forth. Just make sure you get everything spread throughout your pan. Got a little bit more caramel. Caramel is one of my favorite things. Swoosh it. Now there are pecans already in this fudge, but I am going to top some. We'll top it up. I'm not going to swoosh these on. I just want it on the top. Now this can be a good little dessert for the upcoming holidays. You can either bring it with your Thanksgiving or even Christmas. Or you can just make it because you just want something to make it. Something sweet. Now, this isn't something we cook. After we get all the stuff put in the pan, we're going to put it in the fridge. And it'll be ready within 30 minutes to a couple of hours. We'll be back. Thank you. Kiki Joe here. Now, if you see things are different, it's because I left the fudge overnight, and wanted it to set long. All right, disclaimer: first time making fudge. I'm not very good at it. I'm not sure anyway. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little stuck. Here's that. We may need to leave it lot longer. I don't know. Let's see if I can cut it right now. Yeah. I think I want to leave it over for the rest of the day, and I will come back later tonight. If it doesn't work out, I think I may know why. We'll see later tonight. Alright, hey guys. Glad you made it through this video. This is kind of like a part 2 in the same fudge video. As you can tell right here, this is kind of a fail. Now we are going to attempt this again. And then at the end, I'll try to do a compare and contrast and explain what I did wrong with this one. But we're going to do this first. Alright. We are going to get a pan with foil and spray it. Alright. We got our caramel right here. Have it set aside. Alright. Have that set aside. We got our sweet condensed milk. Alright. Gonna pour that in here. Now, for this recipe, we just need 1 can, and this can is 14 ounces. Alright, I'm going to get a spoon. Scrape all this out. Alright. Got as much of that out as possible. So the spoon right here. Put that lid in here. Alright. Place some bittersweet chocolates. A little half and half. Alright. We're going to stir that. Alright. We are going to use the microwave. We are using the microwave to stir it and melt it. Well, we don't want our spoon in there. So we do it for intervals of 30 minutes. Place your spoon somewhere safe so it's not dripping or anything like that. Now, our next step after all of this is melted and smooth is we're going to slightly cool it. And then we are going to add the caramel bits into it. Kind of stir it. Add butter. Add a little bit of vanilla. Add a little bit of salt. Get it all in there, place it in the pan, and then put it in the fridge to chill. Oh, get our spoon so we can check, see where everything's at. Here's what it's looking like right now. Stir it. Now, if you have a stovetop and a pan, it will be easier. At this current time, stove and oven is in a working progress. Alright. Retrieve the spoon again. Stir. Now make sure you pay attention to the melting in this chocolate, because you don't want to overdo it. I mean, but that goes the same with the microwave and the stovetop. We'll do it one more time to make sure all the chocolate bits have been stirred and melted in very well. We want it smooth. Last time. Alright. Final product should look something like this. Try not to show too much because it is a bowl and it could tip over, make a huge mess. All right. Now that the chocolate is melted into the condensed milk, we're going to add butter. We'll just need 1 tablespoon. So get your butter and a knife. And lucky for most butters, they have little tablespoon notches. So you just get that one a notch and pour it in there. Let it plop in. All right, set that stuff aside. Next, we'll add the vanilla. I got imitation, but the real deal is just as good. We're adding 1 teaspoon. All right, and salt. You'll just need about half sea salt. This recipe calls for sea salt. That also requires, there we go. Excuse me. Now kind of stir that in. Make sure your chocolate is not hardening during the cooling process. Now my last recipe, I did fudge. I used most of my pecans, so I just have a little bit left. But that is fine. There's just enough to give that nice little good crunch of pecans that I'm going for. Stirring that in. Alright. Now, we'll let that cool slightly. Make sure you have everything you need for this next part. The caramels. Now, the recipe calls for the individual wrapped caramels. I couldn't find those, so I'm using caramel bits. So I think this should make the difference from the last fudge. That's it. Alright, let's stir it. Make sure the butter is mixed in and melted and smooth. Now, I will be adding the recipe in the description box, and I will be explaining what I think I did wrong in the first one, but I'll also be explaining what I did wrong at the end of this video. Alright. As that is cooling, I'm going to cut open my caramel bits. Caramel is awesome. Now, pour some in there. I'll pour all of them. I don't know. Just depends on how much you love caramel. It may look good. It may not. All up to you. Alright. Now that everything is mixed, we are putting it in our prepared pan. It has foil and spray, so it comes out easy. Alright. Scrape up as much as you can from the bowl. Alright. Because you want as much of that fudge in there as possible. The more the merrier. So like I said, the holidays are coming. This would be a great little snack for, like, you know, family get-togethers or family presents, you know, if people like fudge. You can make a bit and get it ready for the presents or something. Now, I am going to place this in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so, and we'll come back and see how everything is. Thank you. Alright guys, we are back. Let's look at the fudge. Now, this is what it looks like. It is complete. It actually worked this time. It actually comes off very easily. Before I cut it, I am going to put it back in the fridge overnight and I will cut it. Alright. So, this is today's. And this is the first attempt. See, it's kind of sticking to the boil still. Here's what I think went wrong. I think the main thing went wrong is with my little cheek thing that I did with the caramel dip. I think since it was dip or something, however they make it, was not meant to solidify. Like this fudge right here, the new one, it's meant to be like in cut little squares, rectangles, or chunks, what have you. And I think that's what happened. Now, in all technicality, this is my second attempt at ever making fudge in my whole life. I am not a big fudge person, but since I have been asking y'all for any requests to try, I did this, and it's how I learn. It's how we all learn. Now, thank you for joining. At the end of this video, I am going to put a little thank you, the person who, like a little clip or whatever, of the person who requested it. Now, if there's any other requests, please comment down below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Get your friends, family, or whatever to subscribe. Get that little viewership up for me. And I hope for y'all to come back again. Thank y'all. Bye.